Okay. There's a couple of things that aren't in the speech that I want to say before I get into it. Is the first thing, the favours on the table for the Crohn's and colitis. I think that's an amazing thing you've both done. I think everyone should give it a fantastic speeches. I think you should all lower your expectations. As far as possible, give me a break. So, here we go. So, good evening, everybody. I'm Wayne. I'm the best man. But for tonight, we can call me the better man. For those who don't know me, I'm one of Richard's best friends. It's a great honour being his best man. And if I might say, well, you can blatantly say I'm obvious. I'm nervous about the speech. But I have taken some comfort in the fact that I've had practiced it in front of a live audience. It's down the local old people's home. And it seems to go down well. They don't piss themselves anyway. If there is anybody else who's feeling nervous, worried, or apprehensive tonight, it's probably because you just met Rich. When Rich asked me to be best man, I asked him why he chose me to be best man, to which he replied, "My brother can't manage anything with more than 2 syllables." And Chalmers would have probably written the speech in JavaScript. See the rest of the background. So, thanks, Richard. It means a lot. On behalf of everybody here, I would like to say congratulations to Rich and Nick to letting us share this very special day with you both, and most importantly, giving us a night off from the kids. Thank you. I'd like to also thank Noel and Janet, Sue and Ken for all they've done for making today such a perfect day. Also, thanks to the bridesmaids, and they managed to get themselves and Nick here today looking stunning, as I'm sure you can all agree. Yeah. And Nick's seen how amazing you do look today. It makes it obvious to all who's getting the bum deal here today. I suppose you should also thank the ushers. They turned up relatively sober. That's a good job, lads. I'm sure everybody would have struggled to get to their seats without you. I think you've been given some guidance from Nick today. There's a mixture of all ages in attendance this evening, and the speech should suit the entire audience. So any sexual innuendos have all been removed, as we agreed there was nothing of nature in this speech, including anything of huge length. I'd whip out it immediately. So understandably, Rich was been a bit worried about the whole marriage thing. So as a mate, more importantly, a married man myself, I took him aside and said, "Rich, you'll look back on today, maybe the happiest day of your life." But I did say that yesterday. But there are 2 main things to remember. Whenever you're in the wrong, admit it. Whenever you're in the right, shut up. As I've worked with Rich for many years, too long, I thought it'd be a good idea to speak to the lads at work and see what they really thought of him. Most of them seem to refer to him as godlike, as he's rarely seen. He's holier than thou, and if he hasn't done any work, well, it's a bloody miracle. Rich, you're a great mate. You've always been there for me through the ups and downs. More so the downs, because if you know Rich like I do, he loves to kick a man when he's down. At this point, I'd love to have gone and told you about all the drunken antics that Richard got up to when his stag do. But then, as he was sick out the car window on the way to the party, followed by begging Nick not to let us take him out. That was pretty much it. Just for the record, that was 9:30. It was a good effort. So, Rich and Nick, you finally got married, for better for worse, it is very appropriate today, as Rich, you couldn't have done any better. And Nick, you couldn't have done it. I'm laughing myself. Rich, I'm going to tell you how lucky you are today. You're gaining a partner that is warm, loving, caring, funny, and who radiates kindness wherever she goes. And Nick, you're so lucky today. You're leaving here gaining a beautiful dress, and she's really pretty fun. One genuine touch. Okay, yeah, so just before I wind up, or I'm strung up by Noel, who's probably waiting to thank me for ruining their day today. I'm going to try and offer you both a bit of advice. So, Nick, men, I'm told, are like a fine wine. They start out like grapes, and it's your job to stamp on them in the dark until they mature into something you'd like to have given them. And Rich, also, women are also like a fine wine. They start out fresh, fruity, and intoxicating to the mind. And eventually they turn full body with age until they turn sour and vinaigrette. So the final note. On a final note, I was only told to keep two things out of my speech. That was Star Wars and football. So I won't point out the facts that we're all wearing these awesome Star Wars cufflinks. And also that the Villa game finished 2-2, which doesn't really matter because we're still in the Premiership anyway. So now, as you're all probably glad to hear, I've got one more thing to say, and for the final time today, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding. Raise your glasses to love, laughter, and to a happy ever after to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Yay! Thanks for coming.